Hi there. So one of the requests I got on Facebook for what video to do next was a Psoas opening. And I also had another request for more help with the splits. So there was some information I left out of the splits video. You know, I can't give y'all everything all at once. But there's also a great Psoas opener and split support, which is using the wall to support your standing split or your penche for my dancers. So I'm going to demonstrate that, and you can try it at home. I'm really warm right now. We just filmed a bunch of videos in here, so my hips are already really warmed up. I recommend you do this stretch after you're really warm, after cardio, after you've already done yoga, after you've already spent a bunch of time getting your legs and your hip sockets warmed up. Don't come into this cold because your hips won't like you very much. All right, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand with my back facing the wall. I'm coming to downward facing dog. When I'm ready, I'm going to bring my shin up to the wall. Then I'm going to extend my leg, bringing my whole foot up the wall with the top of my ankle pressed against the wall. I'm going to take a few breaths there. And as I'm breathing there, I'm going to step my standing foot closer and closer to the wall, opening up my hips. Breathe through this. Pull your navel into your spine. Think long thoughts through the front of the hips as you're breathing there and opening. See if you can relax your neck and press your shoulder blades down toward your back pockets. You can use a mat for this. I don't like to, so I'm not going to. Here I go. All right, so standing here with my back to the wall, feet in parallel, I'm just going to take a nice slow forward fold with my weight over the balls of my feet, warming up my hamstrings a little bit. Relax your neck, get your hair right. Palms to the floor. I'm going to walk myself out just a little bit, and I'm going to come into a downward facing dog. My legs are close to the wall. Now from here, I'm going to take my right leg and put my shin against the wall. Let's go a little higher. And I feel pretty good there, so I'm just going to start to extend. Now if that's where you're at, stay there. Breathe. I feel okay here, so I'm going to walk my hands a little closer to my feet, and I'm going to press my hips open a little bit more. And I'm just using that wall. I'm pressing the top of my foot in, and I'm breathing. To come out of this side, I'm just going to open my leg along the wall. Whew. And down. I'm going to walk my feet back forward and roll back up. Soft knees. Whew. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. My hips feel very lopsided right now. I'm going to scoot over a little bit more. I want to make sure you can see my feet. I'm going to come all the way over. Walk myself out to my downward facing dog. Bring my feet back closer to the wall. And now left leg up. And I'm not as sore and tight on this side today, so I'm really going to go in there. I'm using that wall. I'm pressing my hips into it. And to come out of there, I'm sliding that leg down along the wall, walking my feet together. I'm going to roll myself back up. Whew, okay, shaking it out. Now, I always say to get your flexibility more even, you do tighter side, looser side, tighter side again. So whichever your tighter side was, let's just go ahead and do that one more time. Shaking your legs out. For me, tighter side was with my right leg back. So I'm going to do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, curling down, finding that nice long forward fold. Take a little hug here. Walking my hands out. All right, I'm set. better now. And down. Whew. Rolling up. All right. One thing you may have noticed that I do in my stretches that I highly recommend is make constant micro adjustments into where you need the stretch the most. There's no perfect stretch. Stretching is about you and your experience and feeling your body from the inside out. So, as you're in a stretch, if you are like, oh, if I slightly rotate my hip, I get way deeper into the place that I feel the most tightness. You're always riding your own edge, trying to find the place where you can use just a little bit more opening. It might not be exactly the same place as your teacher, it might not be exactly the same place as the person you're working out next to. So, you have to go inside and figure out, like, what if I slightly shift my shoulder? What if I breathe deeper into my back? What if I pull my abs in a little more? What if I contract this muscle? What if I release? And see where you find what you're looking for. And when you find that sweet spot where like something starts to shake a little bit, or it really feels intense, not hurting, not pinching, but you're really starting to feel something shift and change, hang out there. Take 5 to 10 more deep breaths. Give it another 30 seconds right on that edge of where you can hold it. Slowly back off from that place and then come back down. And that's when you're going to start seeing changes happen, is when you become investigatory in your stretching practice and when you really start to ask your body what it needs and make tiny shifts and changes until you find how to get into those places. So I hope that was helpful. Thanks.